Hello, in this video I'm going to go over the final submission details for your photography techniques assignment. I recommend having open this submission details page of the course website, your dashboard area up and running, your website up and running, and another tab. You might also have a tab with the photo composition techniques, a link to David Duchemin's webpage, and even maybe a link here to the Soul of the Camera book. And we'll see why that might be needed as well. Okay. So for this final submission details is asking you to submit your WordPress site in the form of a new page. You'll be uploading all 7 of your images to that one page. Each of your images have a title in the form of a subheading, a brief description, very brief, and the page itself should have a meaningful title, clear, concise lead, placement of headings appropriately, appropriate use of links, appropriate header and body typefaces if necessary, and any alt text that is required. And then after posting, you should set the page as your default front page, and then add the page to your menu. So let's get started. So you can see that the first step is to create a new page, and I'm going to go click on all pages just so I can see what that looks like and remind myself that they're all there. I can click on add new here or up here. And because I am posting photography to this page, I am just going to type in photography as the title of my page. And now I want to put in a lead. Okay, I can say this page will showcase some of my photography. Specifically, it will contain images in which I was practicing various composition techniques and practicing making real David Duchemin's suggestions for having more soulful images. Okay, this would be my lead, and I'm going to make sure that it is in the font that I would like, so Railway, and I'll make it a little bit bigger since it's the lead. I also want to add links. I'm going to add a link to this, and you could write whatever you want. You don't have to write exactly what I have written, probably better that you don't. I also want to click on David Duchemin's website. Now linking, as we know, is there to give people information, and because we know that our sites are open to the world, anybody could come across this, and you might want to have a link to let them know who David Duchemin is. Also, I'm going to grab this link right here. You can delete all this nonsense from the Amazon page. And having more soulful images. I'll link to that as well, because that's where the book is. Okay, so that's very exciting. Now I'm going to publish this. Okay, I like to do this often so I don't lose my work. And every time I add something new, I can click update, and the update will be there. Okay, so the first image I want to add, I'm going to click add media, and I can click upload files, and I can click select files, or I can just merely upload from by dragging and dropping. And the first one is going to be this one called flowers. Okay, and here it is. Now, as part of the assignment, we need to add alt text. And even though this is a very small field, doesn't mean that the alt text needs to be short. It needs to be thorough enough so that somebody who is blind or is not using images can understand what this image is. So I would write something like color vertical photograph, can't type today, of 3 yellow and red flowers. The prominent flower is in the lower left and the other to fade into the background as the image gets blurrier. Okay. Caption is going to be called Flowers 2022. That's the title of the image. Flowers. And I'm going to set this to alignment none, link to none. I could link to the image itself if I wanted people to see it bigger, but I'm going to say no to that. And you want it large, okay? And I'm going to click Insert into Page. And there is my image with the caption. Now, part of the requirement is to add a title for each image. So I am going to add the title of image Flowers. Oops. Flowers. Put the date there too. And I'm going to choose a header, and this is a terrible header font, but there it is anyway. And I might make this a little bit, keep it at 15 point. I have to make it a heading 3, make it a little bigger. And then below the image, it asks me to have a little description. So in this photograph, or in Flowers, make it more specific, in Flowers, I am practicing rule of thirds and depth of field. You can see the rule of thirds, 1, 2, and the lines come across, and it actually has the depth of field. And that's really enough. That's all you need to type in there. So I know that you know, and you know that I know, and whoever is coming to it knows what you were trying to do with this photograph. You would then repeat this down the page with each subsequent image. I recommend updating after you put in each image. That way you don't lose any of your work. Okay. And then you can just go back and keep adding. All right, I'm not going to do that, but that's the process. Now if we go back to the assignment page, we would make sure we have everything here, and I believe that we do. Now I have to set this as a new page as my default front page, and then add it to my menu. Okay. So to set as default front page, I will go to Settings, and then Reading. And you will see that I can set the home page. And I'm going to choose Photography. It knows that because it has it in the menu item because it knows the names of my pages. Save changes. And now I can click Refresh, and my photography shows up. And I don't know why this Composition Techniques link is not working. It didn't work on the test one I did earlier either. It's a strange thing. Let me try to redo that. Copy. Go back to my page. This is good practice to go back and do some editing. Edit. Composition Techniques. Link. Paste. Apply. Update. There they are. Good. Now it's working. Okay. So now that I have made this my front page, so when I just go to my URL, it immediately comes here. I now need to put the page in my menu. And I'm going to go for that. To set the page in my menu, I'm going to go to Appearance and Menus. And here you'll see the various pages that are already in my menu: About, Home, Blog, and Contact. I want to add the new photography page, so I'm going to click View All, click Photography, and then Add to Menu. I'm going to place it in the menu where I want it, which is between the blog, between About and Blog. And then I'm going to click Save Menu. go back to my site, click refresh, and now I see photography. So if I go to my About page, it's me. Now I can go click on photography, and it shows up right here on my front page. And you can see I have the lead with bigger font, the header, the image, the caption, a little description, and then as I would add more would appear. Okay. Not too problematic. If you do have any questions for me, please do let me know, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of your photos. Have a great day.